Wanna hear the truth, don't want no lies. I done told you about it 1,000 times, yeah. Tell me.
Ow. What's up, Rebels? It's your girl, Aisha Maurice, and I'm actually coming to you guys with part 2 of the 10-part series about my fuckboy ex-boyfriend. So, where I left off with you guys was October, the end of October. So the day we made it official. So now we're moving on into November. He and I have been hanging out together a lot. Like, to the point where I had asked him to escort me in this pageant that my college was having. Cool beans. He agreed. We're gonna do it. Lit, right? So we have been going to practices and things like that. He's saying to me I wanted to practices, which I thought was really cute but extra at the same time. I mean, I was a little embarrassed. I'm not gonna like front. I was a little embarrassed. He had sang Love by Music Soul Child 2 weeks into our relationship. Okay, 2 weeks. Alright. So around this time was Obama's, was running for president for the second time, 2 terms. And basically what was going on was that we had, that was my excuse. If I was coming home late, I would tell my mom, oh, I was, at the campaign, center, helping them out. Cool, she bought it, whatever. That wasn't the case. I was in the hood hanging with my nigga. So, we, fast forward to about maybe the day before the pageant, and a friend of mine had hit me up on Twitter, and he was just like, yo, where you at, like come to such and such, Bianca's down here, we all chilling. I was like, nah, I'm with my nigga, like, I'm a pass, and I was with him. So, like, he knew about the conversation. He saw the conversation. He knew, dude, So, later on that night, we were on the phone, and he had asked me something about my Twitter. I don't know how Twitter even came about, but I just want y'all to know that Twitter played a big part in our relationship. Like, it was really, like, terrible. And, so he was like, oh, if I go on your page right now, I'm not gonna see you talking to no dudes. I'm just like, what are you talking about? I was like, the only person that I might have tweeted was, what am I gonna name this fucking nigga? Because I got a story to tell about him too. Peanut. I was like, the only person you're gonna see me talking about is Peanut. And he was like, all right, cool. So if I go on your Twitter, Peanut better be the only person I see you talk to. All right, cool, and I don't care. So he hangs up, he goes, he checks it, whatever, he calls me back. And he was like, so Peanut was the only person you talked to today, right? Yeah. Oh, so what's this? And I guess he reads them off. And I'm just like, nigga, you were with me, like, when that happened. So he was like, okay, but you said that the only person you talked to was Peanut. And, like, I don't talk to locals on Twitter, period. So when he was like, oh, so-and-so, I was just like, okay. But, basically, the whole thing was that I lied, And I'm just like, that I wasn't lying, my nigga. You were with me when this whole conversation went on. Like, you were sitting right there. So I guess the whole thing was if he found something on my Twitter, he wouldn't talk to me for like 3-5 days, some bullshit like that. Right before the fucking pageant, the day before the pageant, he goes, oh, if I find something on your Twitter, I'm not gonna talk to you for 2 days, 2-3 days, some shit like that. I don't know, but it was like some days, and I was like, you're not gonna find anything. But I guess that's what he found, and I lied. So it is what it is, The conversation got really silent, and then I guess one of us hung up or whatever. I don't know. Didn't really give a fuck. And now it's pageant day. So he rode with me to the pageant. And was a rainy day, much like today. And this nigga disappeared. He disappeared. And I knew that his aunt lived in the area, but because he wasn't talking to me, I didn't know if that's where he went or if, you know, he went back home or something like that. Because this nigga was gone right up until like an hour before the show started. And I'm like calling, I'm texting, I'm like, yo, where you at, where you at, where you at, where you at? And I'm not getting any response from this nigga. So I'm just like, I bet niggas is on some petty shit. Alright, cool. So, that day, when I tell you that day was just, it was really stressful, because it's like, okay, this is my first beauty pageant or whatever, and I really wanted to, like, everything to be perfect for that day. And it seemed like, because you have your own, like, little personal issue going on with you, or like you're testing me or whatever case may have been, that you felt like, you know, your behavior was okay. So an hour before the show's about to start, this nigga comes back to the school with a fucking foot long from Subway. So I was like, okay, so nigga, you were definitely in the area, but where the fuck were you for the last 2.5, 3 hours? And nothing. This nigga said nothing. So I put my first outfit on and I head down to do my walk. This is where they introduce us. It's, you know, a fucking pageant. Second outfit, we walk. Now, third outfit is our formal outfit. Basically, what we did, everybody wore their fucking prom dresses. That's what it looked like. If I was to show you guys these pictures, we all had on our fucking prom dresses. Might put a picture up. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we all had on our fucking prom dresses. And he had on like this vest thing or whatever, and my dad was there, so my dad took some pictures of us. If I was to, like, if I didn't really want to, like, put this nigga out here and, like, reveal who he is and what he looks like, I would show you guys the photos of how he looked down on that, like, that stage area, standing next to me. Like, you could tell he did not want to be there. And it was just like, my nigga, well, if you didn't want to do this, you picked this argument so that you didn't have to do it. All you had to do was just tell me that you didn't want to do it when I asked you, you know? So now it's over. His part is over. So, you know, they asked him to leave the stage or whatever. And he sat down in, like, the back area for a little bit. Then I see him get up and he leaves. I didn't see this nigga for the rest of the show at all, like, whatsoever. Like, the only person that I really saw in the audience that was there for me was my dad. And that was the first time I ever invited my dad to anything. So you can just imagine how awkward that shit was. So he was supposed to ride back with me. So my ride comes, apparently somewhere along this line, this nigga was in the back the whole time, like, changing. And I'm legit stressed out because I'm just like, my nigga, what the fuck did I do to you? Like, what is your problem? And he pulled me onto his lap. This nigga still has food. He, like, puts the sandwich to my mouth or some shit. And I'm just like, you was a different type of nigga. Like, what is really... I was so confused. Like, I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know anything. I just knew that this nigga was on some other shit. And this carried on for maybe about another day and a half. So this was Saturday. He didn't talk to me Sunday. Monday, I went to his house after school. So I get to the house, and this is the day where I'm like, enough is enough, and I'm gonna flip the script on you. So I decide that I'm gonna give the silent treatment. Homeboy caught on to the game or whatever, and he tries to, like, be all up under me, butter me up, blah, 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 blah. I have actual, like, video footage of this entire fucking day, which is pretty fucking sad. And, now it's around 5 o'clock. It's time for me to leave. Now, with this whole thing, I had been going back and forth to his house for about a month and a half now. So I would take the same bus every day, so therefore the bus driver knew me. He knew that if I wasn't at that corner when he came around 5:15 to just wait just a little bit, I'd be coming out of the house, you know? So we walking out the house. It's around 5:12 when I usually go to get to the bus stop, and a bus goes down the street. Fuck, I missed the bus now. I have to wait for the 5:30 bus. He was like, alright, cool. We're gonna go to the back and we're gonna wait. Okay, that's fine. We go and sit in the back in his dad's car in the back. Now, I'm going to describe how this area looks, okay? It's a fence. So you know how you got the regular fence that you put around your house, or like around like a construction site or something. It's like that. The fence is broken. So the fence is the pole that holds the fence up is like sticking out of the ground, and then like the fence itself is like bent, curved, because you know those fences, they come curved. So it's like it's broken and it's bent. And we walk past that, we go up and we sit in the car. I hear a bus coming down the street. So I decide that I'm going to run from the back of his house down to the corner. Wasn't that far. It wasn't that fucking far. I wasn't going far. So I run down the fucking driveway. I jump over the pole, but my foot gets caught in the fence. In front of the sidewalk were bins full of like trash bags. I hit my face on one of the trash bags. What I saw before I blacked out was him running behind me down the driveway. But let him tell it, he was behind me the entire time. So when I come to and I stand up, all right. So when I come to, my face is dripping, and I'm just like, okay, I have like a nosebleed or something. And I look up at him, and this man is like bloodshot the fuck red, and he's just looking at me with like this terrified look on his face. And I'm just like, what? Because I don't feel anything. I just see the blood. And it wasn't like, it was like light blood. It was that dark burgundy type of blood. So I am dripping like everywhere. And he's like, we gotta go upstairs, like, you know, I gotta take you to the hospital. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he was like, it's a gash. And at that point, I just start crying, because it's like, my mom don't know where the fuck I am, and now I have a hole in my face? Are you kidding me right now? So I'm freaking out. I still don't feel any pain in this area of my mouth. I don't feel anything. And he's running around the house. He's grabbing paper towels. He's giving me paper towels. He's telling me to apply pressure to my face. And I'm doing so because, you know, I need to stop the blood as much as possible. And he calls his mom, and he's like, yo, like, you gotta come so we can like bring her to the hospital. She comes, and she's like trying to ask me what's going on. I am still freaking out about my mother. I don't care about what nobody else is saying to me. I still don't feel any really form of pain in my face. I just want the blood to stop. So we get to the hospital. We get to the emergency room. They are asking me questions, and this is not asking me questions. At this point, my lip is probably about out to here. If you saw it in the thumbnail, it was much worse than what the thumbnail looked like. So I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I can't, I like, they're asking me questions, I can't talk. So he's trying to explain it, and they're looking at him like, what, like, we're asking her. We want her to answer the questions. And I'm pretty much like agreeing to everything that he's saying, but I'm still hysterically crying. So I give him my phone, he calls my mom. You get no type of cell service in this fuck ass hospital. So he goes outside, he calls her. She says she's on her way. He comes back and he gives me my phone. Then they give me my little hospital band thingy, and then we go sit in the waiting room and wait for them to call me. I text my dad, I text Bianca, and I text my other friend Trey. That's pretty close to his name, but whatever. I text Trey. So Bianca was flipping out. My dad was kind of nonchalant about it, because, you know, he's nonchalant about every fucking thing. And then, you know, Trey was, you know, just trying to make me laugh, because that's just the type of nigga that Trey is. And they call me in to the room so that they can stitch me up. And I want to say less than 5 minutes later, I want to say 3 minutes tops after they called me in, my mom comes into the room. And my mom has this look in her eyes that she does, like when she's mad, like her eyes get really, really big. She just starts staring at me, like it's like a blank, almost possessed type face. And she's looking at the both of us, and we're looking at each other. Like, he's sitting on the side and he's holding my hand while I'm laying in the bed. And she comes over and she like looks in my face, and she calls my godmother, and she was like, no, it doesn't look like anybody hit her. It's just a really, really deep gash. So at this point, I'm just looking like, yo, do everybody think this nigga beat my ass, so that I'm stupid enough to let this nigga beat my ass? Like, what the fuck? And the nurse comes in. I had a black nurse. You know, that's one thing I was thankful for in that fuck ass hospital. And, you know, she tells me, she's like, all right, I'm gonna numb you up, and then we're gonna see how many stitches you actually need. Little did I fucking know that whatever I hit my face on busted my shit from the outside into the inside. They said my teeth were fine. Like, it didn't knock anything out. Like, I had all my teeth, which y'all can clearly see I have all my teeth. And it was just like, like, I had to get 11 stitches that night. I had got 9 on the outside and then 2 on the inside. The 2 on the inside dissolved or whatever. So they told me, they gave me a prescription and they sent me on my way. They told me I couldn't go outside for a week. So from the time that the accident happened till the day I was supposed to get my stitches out, I couldn't go outside. They told me that I had to keep it clean, you know, like keep it, the blood from like clotting up on the top or getting really, really crusty or anything, and stuff like that. So I missed the whole week of school. Yay! So, but yeah, I missed the whole week of school. I don't really know if I really did too much with the antibiotics that they gave me. I might still have it. I'm not sure. They didn't give me pills or anything. Like, they just gave me like an ointment to like apply on top. And then we leave the hospital, and Freckles, I think he might have walked to a friend's house when we left the hospital or whatever. I don't think his mom came back to pick him up. And from what he told me that he cried that night. And I'm just like, okay. Like, in the back of my mind is just like, yeah, you should feel bad about what happened, because had you not been being childish and petty, I don't think any of this would have happened. And he kind of said that to me too. He was like, this is all my fault. Had I just, been talking to you, you wouldn't have felt a certain type of way, and, you wouldn't have had to go through this situation, because everything would have been fine. You fucking think? Like, I have a scar on my face for the rest of my life, and I'm not even with this nigga no more. Like, I have a reminder of this fuck ass relationship on my face for the rest of my life, okay? It's a faint scar now, but back then that shit was terrible. And on top of that, when she sold me up, I don't know what it is, but my lip, my top lip is a little crooked, okay? Like, it irritates the fuck out of me. It's kind of why I don't smile. I just make a lot of stank ass faces in my photos because it's very unsettling right here. Like, I don't appreciate it, like, at all. And it's just that had this nigga just not been petty as fuck, I probably wouldn't have went through this experience. And I didn't even tell you guys the fucking kicker. This happened the week of Thanksgiving. The week of Thanksgiving. So you can just imagine how my Thanksgiving 2012 was. I couldn't eat. I couldn't fucking eat. You know how hard it was to chew with 11 stitches in your fucking face, my nigga? 11 stitches? It was fucking terrible. Being that it was up under my, like literally right up under my nose, it wasn't as bad. Like, it didn't look as bad, but my nigga, I could barely talk. Like, my lip was on some fucking Donkey Kong type shit. Like, my shit was fucking enormous. And you mean to tell me not only did I, with that situation happening, I missed that week of school, plus we had a mini vacation for Thanksgiving, and then when I came back, my stitches were gone. Yeah, my stitches were gone, that's fine, but I had missed 3 days of a certain class that was only 8.5 weeks. So out of 8.5 weeks, I missed 2 weeks, which put me at a failing fucking rate. And the teacher didn't count homework towards anything. And that's basically the whole thing I was doing. The whole time was doing homework. I don't think he let us make up tests either. So I pretty much failed that math class. And my doctor's note didn't mean shit. The fucking hole in my face didn't mean shit either. And it was just like, what the fuck? So now, the day that I went to go get my stitches taken out, I went to his house because he came with me. And we went to, like, the shit was still outside. So we went to, like, examine the bags, like, what I actually hit my face on. My blood was on the bag that I hit my face on. So we knew exactly what bag it was. Y'all, it was a fucking nail that was in some wood that went through my fucking face when I hit that bag. A piece of my skin was on that fucking bag. Like, it was like the shape of my scar is the shape of the nail that went through my fucking face. Isn't that fucking amazing? So they tested me for like tetanus and all that extra shit, make sure I didn't have anything like when it happened. But to me it was just like, are you kidding me? Like, this is fucking terrible. And not to mention that we were so caught up in each other that day I ended up being late to my appointment to get my stitches taken out. You guess why the fuck I was late getting my appointment. Like, we walked to my appointment, which was another dumb decision when I could have just taken the bus by myself, but he wanted to come with me and he didn't have a bus fare. Mind you, this man is 21 years old and he didn't have $1.25 to get on the fucking bus. I had a whole bus pass, but you know that's neither here nor there. And we get there, I was probably literally just exactly 15 minutes late, and they wanted me to like reschedule my appointment, and I wasn't doing that. I just wanted them to take the fucking stitches out. They told me that the stitches inside my mouth had dissolved, and I was fine, but the ones on top, you know, I had to, you know, again, stay from like in the sunlight so that I didn't have a dark scar. My scar never got dark. Like my scar was actually lighter than my actual skin, so I was thankful for that. But lesson fucking learned, my nigga. Like but yeah, that's the end of story number 2 of 10 in my fuckboy series. You know, dial that extra shit, comment, like, subscribe if you aren't already subscribed, become a rebel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I just got done doing a 2-hour live stream. I did a live stream on Twitch yesterday, an IRL stream, since we can do mobile IRL streams. So you guys are probably gonna be getting a lot of those from me. I tell like a lot of like exclusive things on those, so guys, just be sure like you look out for that. And guys, because I know a lot of my subscribers are guys, don't put your girls through the shit that I've been through. Like, let this series be a teaching, well, a lesson to you guys. Like, take in all the fuck shit that this nigga has done to me and learn from it and don't do it. That's all I ask. That's all I ask for my subscribers. And ladies, don't take no shit from no fucking body. Don't let no man ever make you feel like you're less than what you are. Know your fucking worth. That's all I have to say. And with that, the video is over, and I will see you guys in my next one.